Welcome to Tech Talks. Our security edition today is focused on a new Splunk SOAR playbook, Google Cloud Platform, Unusual Service Account Usage. Tech Talks is a series of short webinars that are deep dives for technical practitioners. We value you, our customer, and want you to continue in your Splunk journey. Our experts help create these best practices, and we want you to leverage them in your daily role. I'm Olivia Courtney, a Security Product Marketing Specialist, and I'm excited to share some information about Splunk SOAR with you, along with my colleague Phil Royer. Today we're going to talk about the importance of access control monitoring, how Splunk works with Google Cloud Platform to secure your network. We'll show you a demo of this in action, and then we will cover additional resources available to help you take advantage of Splunk SOAR capabilities in Splunk. As organizations increase their cloud footprints, it becomes more and more important to implement access control monitoring for as many resources as possible. In previous playbooks, we've shown examples of AWS and Azure account monitoring, but the series would not be complete without also supporting Google Cloud Platform. Just like AWS and Azure, GCP is one of those systems where an organization may start off just using one or two components, but over time that usage tends to expand across a wider variety of services and use cases. This makes it particularly important for the security team to monitor how usage is changing over time and to set up how alerting mechanisms that will notify the team when an unexpected access occurs. In today's new Splunk SOAR, formerly known as Splunk Phantom Community Playbook, we will show you how a Splunk Enterprise search can trigger automated enrichment, an analyst prompt, and rapid response actions to prevent damage caused by malicious account access. This use case relies on GCP audit logs ingested into Splunk using cloud logging. I'll pass it over to Phil so he can show you this playbook in action.
Hi, this is Phil Royer from Splunk. Today I want to show a new community playbook that's used on Google Cloud Platform. So this playbook's called GCP Unusual Service Account Usage, and the goal is to enrich an alert coming out of Google or Splunk operating on Google audit data, and to potentially delete service account keys or stop a compute VM instance from running. So the playbook can be started from a Splunk search that looks like this. So if you have certain accounts that you don't expect to be doing types of operations like inserting VMs, stopping, or deleting, then you can send an alert from Splunk into Phantom, and Phantom will enrich that event by pulling out the service account, listing the keys attached to the service account, and describing the instance to gather metadata, boiling all that information into a prompt, and giving the analyst a chance to decide if they want to delete those service account keys, stop the VM instance, neither, or both. So the decisions in the playbook allow for the top path where the event is not containing the suspected fields, or the middle path where we have both a service account key and a VM instance, and finally the bottom path where we have just a service account key, no VM instance in the alert sent over from Splunk. So that way there's some optionality in terms of different types of alerts. You don't have to write a new playbook for each alert type. So let's jump into how this works. So this is an event that came over from Splunk based on Google Cloud audit data. You can see the playbook in the activity feed has run through that first set of paths before the prompt. We listed service account keys, and it looks like there's an account called Carol at RareSunSplunkConf, and we described the instance. So here's a resource ID you could use to launch further Google Cloud Compute actions. And then we showed the prompt, which listed out some of the metadata around those keys, as well as the VM instance that was involved. You can see the instance name, the zone it was in, the projects, the IP. Now, once you've done some diligence here, we can go ahead and decide if we want to disable further access using the account key by disabling the account keys, or we can stop the virtual machine. And then submitting those answers and hitting complete will run through the rest of the playbook, which will either stop processing if the user said no, or it would go ahead and delete the keys or stop the instance if the user said yes. You'll have this event here so you can have a history of what actions have been taken, and there will be an undo action for each action that does get taken so that you could restore some of those accounts. To get this playbook, you'll come into your playbook listing page and press Update from Source Control, select Community, and if you don't have it already, that playbook will show up here as GCP Unusual Service Account Usage. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Phil, for that presentation and demo. We're about ready to wrap up this tech talk, but before we do, I wanted to share quick resources available to you to continue your journey. You will receive these assets in a follow-up email as well as the recording. Phil's blog, Google Cloud Platform Unusual Service Account Usage, goes even further into the details of this playbook. For more information on how to set this up, see our recent blog post on Splunk Enterprise and GCP integrations. Check out our other playbooks for securing your cloud environment, like finding and disabling inactive users on AWS and conducting an Azure new user census. Don't forget that we have an incredible community of Splunk users on our community site. You can search the Answers section on Splunk SOAR. You can continue the conversation for this talk within the discussion section called Tech Talks. And finally, there's Splunk Ideas, where you can submit new product enhancements or vote for current ideas from other customers. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedules to join us today. Please tune back in for future Tech Talks. We're excited to share this series with you.